So yes, so till the time Didi joins in, uh, I was talking about that, the current times that we see that all the news channels and everybody is saying that there is a little bit of fear in our minds that what will happen to me in the coming time, and uh, how will this entire situation pan out, and there's so much of uncertainty. Yeah. So I was just discussing with some other fellow friends, fellow art of living friends, that even if there is so much of uncertainty, but somewhere inside all of us who are on this path and who are doing sadhana, and who are reading knowledge, there is a certain stability that all of us are facing. We have something is there inside us which is stable, and our guru is holding us rock solid. Yeah, with those meditations that are happening in every day, all the stress and all the anxiety is being taken away by those two meditations which are happening every day by Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar. Yeah. So I'm gonna see if I can invite Didi again. So we have questions coming. Sonal is asking how to attain certainty in terms of career choices. Oh, I have a long lost friend who's saying hi, Pranab Narayan Jha, how are you? Pranav and I used to share a good bond when we were in college together. In fact, neighbors in hostel. So we have Aniket Desai asking for a medical advice on can I do Padma Sadhana and Yoga Asana? Okay, okay. So we will discuss those questions as and when Didi joins in. So we're just waiting for her. Srishti says that I am just scared about everything. What will happen tomorrow? Tomorrow will be fine, just as today was fine. Yeah, let's take it moment by moment. Okay, so let me take some questions in the meantime, and we'll ask Didi to give her perspective as and when she joins in. Okay, let's take Srishti's question first. I am feeling scared, and what will happen tomorrow? Yeah, just know that if you're on this path and if you have faith, um, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. You create your own destiny. Just remember that you create your own destiny, and if you focus too much and you keep thinking all the time about corona, 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 so you never know. Yeah. So if you at this point of time you focus upon different things like building up your skills or learning certain new techniques or utilize this time to meditate or reading some books, then keep your mind a little occupied. Otherwise, जिसे कहते हैं ना कि खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर होता है, तो उसके अंदर पूरा दिन सिर्फ ये डर चलता रहेगा. So make sure that you are utilizing this time in keeping yourself busy. Yeah. So this is one important thing. Yeah. Let me take some other questions. Okay, one of you have asked that Bhaiya, in these 21 days, which habit I can develop that will be beneficial for me? I think there are a lot of habits, Chirag, that you can develop that will be beneficial for you. It is your choice on what priority do you have. One very good habit can be that you want to start getting up early in the morning. That can be a very good habit. You can start with a habit of, having more healthy food, having more discipline in your diet. Another habit that you can develop is doing more workouts every day. A lot of videos are available on YouTube where you can do workouts every day and do Surya Namaskars every day, do yoga asanas every day, and meditate twice a day. So these days, Gurudev himself is leading all the meditations at 12 noon and 7:30 p.m. in the evening. Yeah. So make sure that you are joining in for those meditations every day. So these are all the habits that you can develop. A very good habit that you can bring back into your system is uh, I would say reading. Yeah, it is said that one who reads always stays up to date with whatever is happening. And there's one habit that you can inculcate is always to gain knowledge. And once you keep reading, that is the best way to again and again hardwire something into your brain so that the knowledge gets solidified. Yeah. So reading is a very good habit that you can develop. One thing that I would definitely, suggest you while Netflix and uh, Amazon Prime is a very good option to pass time. We make sure that we use it only for a few hours each day, uh, because looking at the series at one go, I know it is very tempting to do that, but looking at the series at one go for 4 to 5 hours really saps out your energy. Yeah. So make sure that you have different things to do throughout the day. For a few minutes, or for some amount of time, of course, you can focus on your entertainment. You can do exercise. You can meditate for some time, yoga, reading. Uh, you can focus on your diet, cooking. Cooking is something that you can really focus upon. Cooking is something that you can really learn and focus upon. Um, and also, I was there is this amazing YouTube. There are some amazing YouTube videos on learning certain sattvic recipes. So I have been learning certain recipes every day. I have been learning certain recipes every day. I've been watching this video of this lady called Subha Jain. Yeah. So I've been watching videos of Subha Jain, and she's giving some amazing recipes each day. And just today morning, I had started cooking some smoothies. Yeah, some green smoothie and banana smoothie and stuff like that. So make sure that you are doing some interesting stuff throughout the day, and you have different activities planned out throughout the day. Okay, so I think Didi is about to in again. Okay, so one more question that we got from Rajat Khatuja is, how do I stop my addictions? Uh, I think this awareness itself that you have an addiction, uh, if you have this awareness and you want to get out of it, 50% of the job is done. Yeah. And Gurudev says this very beautifully, that it is very important to feel the pinch of some bad habit or some addiction. It's like a sharp pain that you feel for a small amount of time. Yeah. So if you have that pinch, then that remembering that pinch itself will get you out of the addiction. So let me invite Didi once again. There are some network issues. Okay, so as I said, as I said, remember that pinch of pain that you had after having a bad addiction. That will get you out of it. Kamlesh Didi, are you here? But we can hear you. But we can hear you. I am doing good. We wanted to see you so badly. Isn't it looking good? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. But can you hear me clearly? Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Yes, I have lost weight. Yeah, that's some good news. I have been doing yoga, yes. Yeah, yeah, of course. So some of the people are saying we are not able to hear Kamlesh Didi. I think Didi's voice is clear to me. So unable to hear Kamlesh Didi. Okay, 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 okay. So Didi, are you on a 4G connection? Okay. Is there any Wi-Fi dongle or something around, or do you want to disconnect? We can see you now. I can see you now.
And can you hear me?
I can hear you also. Everybody, now can you hear us? बस दीदी वहीं पे रुक जाओ at that angle only. That's how you have to be. Statue.
Okay.
Okay, so now people are saying they can hear us. Wonderful, wonderful. Great. So good to see you.
I'm
So
happy to be here.
let me tell everybody that Kamlesh Didi is my first and one of the most favorites art of living teacher. And our memories date back to 2003, 2004, when I did my first course with her in NIT Hamirpur, National Institute of Technology, in my first year of engineering. And we used to have some dhamal time in that campus, in the mountains, in those pine trees, with all the students. आपको कुछ याद है दीदी तब का समय?
So I must also say that Sandeep definitely was not my first student, but he's definitely my best student. We used to have very good time. हम लोग संदीप याद है सुबह सुबह हम लोग 5:30 बजे निकलते थे. We would go out And I would encourage all the engineering college boys to actually come out and watch the sunrise, which they would have never done. So it was only
Right.
when I was on their campus, they would actually come out and walk around with me in the morning. Then we would go up on a hilltop and just sit and watch the sunrise. And it would be so magical and so beautiful.
I remember we would see sunrise for only that week in the year when you used to come.
I know. I know. But this is 20 years back, okay? Like 18 or
Right.
something, some years back.
Right.
And those days,
Right.
engineering colleges was only full of boys. And they were all these notorious gangs of boys. And it would be very difficult initially to bring them to the course. And then to bring them to this sunrise morning sadhana and meditation. But it was such a nice time, Sandeep. You were always
Yes.
brilliant. You were very good. You had this some very nataki andaz to yourself, which probably makes you such a good art of living teacher now. I'm sure you're doing so much natak on your courses. That is why people have started liking you more than they like me. But I'm only proud.
It's just that you have become now into greater roles. You've become the CEO of Shishi School of Yoga and whatnot. So, if you would have been into teaching, I know the fan following would have been crazier. I still remember when we used to get out those days, हम लोग आधे मतलब वो बर्मुडाज में और बाल बिखरे हुए और आधी नींद में we used to get out. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was very easy, to get people to your courses because anyways, engineering boys had never seen a charming lady on campus. So when you used to come, it became so easy to get people to Art of Living courses.
Yeah, there were not many girls in your college, I remember. And quite a
Right.
few of you would want to come to the course because you would get at least to talk to some girls that would come on the course to volunteer with me, you know?
Yes, yes, yes. I think it used to be a good ice-breaking session. That was a platform where like 100 boys used to get a platform to interact with 7 girls. It was like that.
Girls,
Two
yeah.
girls.
But long way
Yes,
we have
yes,
come, and it's been such a beautiful journey. It feels
yes,
nice, but you are making me feel very old now. Let's move on.
yes, yes. So really, we have lots of questions which are coming in.
Okay.
Um, one of the question that has come in is, my life is going totally haywire, and I feel that I'm not in control, but I want to control it. What to do? And with the current situation, it feels it has now gone totally out of control. So what should I do?
Right now, that's how everyone else in the world is feeling. So you're not alone.
Right, right.
No, right now, nobody's life is in their own control. It's okay. We're part of a very big community right now who are feeling the same way. But this is good time that you could just spend time doing some. What is important is to build a certain kind of inner strength. You know, I have met so many people in my life, and people who we feel, when we look at them, we feel they are affluent, they are successful, they are doing very well. But I have been fortunate enough to very closely associate with families and families all around the world. And then when you are closer to people, that's when you realize that each person, no matter where that person is economically or in terms of career or in terms of relationships, everyone has their set of challenges, their set of botherations, and so many miseries that they have themselves created for themselves. So it's not that you're the only one feeling that way. Even people that probably you look up to and you want to be one day like, they also have similar set of challenges in a different scale probably. So what again and again going and looking for that strength that we house inside of us. No matter how much our environment supports us, how much our friends are there to care and care for us. We have guides and mentors to pull our hands up and pull us up, and all that is definitely an added advantage. But eventually it is something deep inside of us that we need to tap into. And once that realization happens that, oh, this source of strength, this source of joy, this source of courage lies somewhere deep inside of me, and I was just not aware of it. Till then, nothing from the outside helps. You keep falling back into that trap again and again. So that is why meditation is so important. In today's times, if you see how Gurudev is spending so much time connecting with everyone around the world, he's taking out time to lead meditations personally, to guide people personally 2 times, 3 times a day. That is because he just wants to give us this message that, we need to eventually connect within. We need to eventually tap the source of strength and courage within us. And that is the only thing that can keep us going. There are so many recorded meditations. Gurudev has led like thousands of meditations in these 30, 40 years. If he wanted, he could have just, told everyone to play the meditations, play on YouTube or whatever, you have CDs at home. But he's taking out this time to spend with us, guide us, help us to reach within and feel stronger from inside, feel uplifted from within, so that that joy is not temporary, that courage is not temporary. It doesn't fade away with situations and circumstances. It doesn't get taken away by movement of relationships and friends. It stays there with you as part of you. So all I can say to you right now is just meditate. Meditate 3 times, if not thrice. Meditate twice every day. And if you do it for a couple of days, you will see so much clarity, so much difference. You will have all your answers coming to you. So the outside won't change. Your inside will create circumstances around you which will be favorable for you.
I think with this times which have come in, the definition of success that you were talking about, you've been with affluent families, and what are the issues that they go through. The definition of success also has changed now. People are seeing it from an altogether different prism.
Yes, this definitely has. People have started questioning. This is actually, see, it's a very difficult time for the world, but in a way, it could also be seen as a blessing. A lot of people have not taken out time for contemplation. A lot of people have just been in this rut of making money and, I don't know, following the norms, so-called ideas, and just running behind something that they truly don't believe is what they want in life. So maybe this is nature's way of telling you, just sit down, calm down. Now sit and think about your life, what you've been doing, where you've been going, and see where you want to be. What is the true strengths? What is the true meaning? What is the true purpose of life? So we are all given time to contemplate. Like I was thinking today for me was one of the longest days. And it was, even though it was longest day, but I spent it with doing things that I probably wanted to do for so long. Those things that we keep pushing aside, thinking, one day I will do, one day I will sit and do this. So today I actually sat and started doing those things. Who knows that one day may not come. So it's good. Nature's way of telling us, sit down and contemplate. Find a new meaning to your life.
In fact, I was seeing so many things. That Delhi, sparrows had become extinct in Delhi. And from the last 3 days, sparrows have come back on trees. And it is like nature is healing itself.
Many positive ways of looking at it. It's just the way we look at things. For many, this could be
Right.
suffering.
So,
There are for whom it would be a difficult time. But then those who are, doing better in their lives, those who are able to handle these crises better, then it is an opportunity for them to now reach out, now go and help.
yes, yes, yes. So the one question that we've got is that, because of the uncertain times, I've just got fired from my job because my company, which I've worked for, decided to do layoffs in the current situation. We can't predict what is going to come in the future in terms of my professional career. So what should I do?
I think, as I said, this is a difficult time for everyone. Like I've spent the whole day listening to so many such stories. I'm in Himachal right now, and my family, their annual income depends on agriculture. We are farmers. We are farmers actually. So my brother, he's working in the. He's taking care of his apple plantations, and the whole day while he was, going around pruning the trees and providing some manure to the plants, he kept telling me, this year the apple is going to rot in the trees itself. I don't think we'll ever find any transportation to send them down to the market. I don't know what will happen in July. And you know how farmers are, they depend on that one annual income. So there was so much uncertainty around him.
Right.
And so many such stories. So, as I said, this is how the time is. We could either sit down and complain and feel bad about our situation, or look at it as an opportunity to regain our lost strengths, regain our faith, regain the, as I said, this is the time to maybe rediscover and redesign a path for our lives. So we are getting that enough time now. Sit down and think, what is it you want to really do in life? So once the crisis is over, where do you want to be? What do you want to do? And have faith. I mean, and the more you meditate, the more you spend time with yourself. Faith has a lot of healing power, and your prayers and your sankalpa has a lot of ability to manifest things that you want them to work for you. So utilize this time to tap into your inner energies, your inner powers, so that you can, reshape a future for yourself, rather than sitting and thinking why this happened to me. Because right now, you're not the only one that in the world who has lost job. You're not the only one who is suffering. So we are all in this together, and so many of us. And there are people who
Right.
are suffering even worse than, probably we are. So we have to pray for them. And we have to, as I said, redesign, rediscover, plan. So as soon as this gets better, so that you have a clarity where you want to be and what you want to do. And that clarity no one else can give you.
Right. Right.
You from within. So go back to yourself.
Correct. In fact, I would just like to add that, I was reading somewhere that every crisis is an opportunity, and you are at the center of it.
Yeah.
So whatever has gone, we get over it, and probably this is one opportunity to reshape our lives.
Yes. Yes, it is. Even Gurudev has always said that happiness is not absence of misery. Happiness is your ability to be able to smile through any kind of circumstances in life. So that kind of happiness is something that we need to cultivate and develop. For that, God has given us this time, because to develop, to gain that kind of permanent joy, permanent happiness, you need to spend some time with you. And with that job of yours, you are not getting any time to spend with you. So
Right,
you have
right,
so much time at hand. Let's get useful. And those who are fortunate, who have resources, people like us, really, Sandeep, because we can sit down, stay home, and do, conversations like this, engage on social media. I think we are more fortunate. We are luckier ones. We need to now think of those who are lesser fortunate, people who
right.
may not have enough food to eat, people who may suffer because they are not able to go back to their homes. So I think we all should think of different ways of reaching out to such people, helping them. I just saw an appeal from one of the district magistrates saying that they have started distributing food to labor, but they need money. So I immediately forwarded that message to everyone. I made a contribution. So these are things that probably we can all do. And we can engage a lot of people that we know in our life to engage in such service activities. This is the best thing.
In
And
fact,
we,
in fact, Didi, now that you're mentioning it, in Delhi also such in certain labor shelter homes, such distribution of food has started. And
Mm,
in fact, Art of Living just flagged off five trucks yesterday from
yeah.
Bangalore, and our volunteers are working in tandem with district administration. Certain volunteers who are allowed at this point of time are whom the district administration has allowed. They are working for distribution of these essentials to daily wage laborers across India. So
Yes.
one more question. Yeah, please
Yeah,
go ahead.
this is what, when we will shift our focus from myself, that is when we will be able to sail through these crises. If we sit at home and only think about myself and me and my family and how badly we are suffering or how badly we have been hit by this scenario, this will only cause depression and sadness and misery, and also issues at home. Families tend to break up in circumstances like these. So it is very important that we move away our attention from myself and try and look around and see how we can find ourselves useful. So I know some of my students who told me that, Didi, when we initially wanted to go out and help people on the streets, we got dandas from the police. वीडियो
Right.
भेजा उन्होंने मुझे, उनको डंडे पड़ रहे थे पुलिस से. So then they went to the DM and then they requested the DM to give them certain pass because they really
Right.
wanted to collect food and distribute food. And eventually they have been allowed to do so. So
Right. Right.
these are the things that will save our own mind, from falling into a
Right.
trap of negativity and helplessness.
In fact, the same thing that you mentioned, there is a question with respect to that. People
Hmm.
are not used to staying at homes, and now that they are staying at homes, they are engaging with their family members much more, and they're spending too much time with their family members. So one question is that I've not spent, so much time with my family members in each day, and there are fights happening. People are getting irritated from each other, and they have not seen this aspect of life at all. So what should I do? This is the question which has come.
We need to, as a family, engage in certain activities. If we sit around in the house, it is going to be very difficult. So we have to find some hobbies. We have to find some activities in the home that we want to do together. I think some painting, some dancing. If we have a small garden, if we don't have some pots in the balcony, we need to do some gardening. Do yoga together. There are so many live classes that are happening now. Everyone is offering live yoga classes. Even the Shish Yoga School is conducting thrice a day 30-minute yoga asana classes on Facebook. So get busy. Like I've got my mother to do a yoga class in the morning. Then I tell my brother's wife to do another yoga class in the afternoon. So everyone gets busy in some corner of the house so that they don't engage with each other so much. At the same time, I think we also need to feel grateful that we are getting this opportunity to be as a family together. Because the other day I was reading about situation in Italy where people have been quarantined away from everyone in the family. So there is one member of family is in a certain hospital, the other member is in a hospital in another district or another town. So they are not even getting, of course, meet each other, and some of them are not even able to see their family members who are actually passing away because of illness. So it's a very difficult time for people out there who are not getting an opportunity to even bid, farewell or goodbye to their loved ones. They are losing them and they are not there for them. So for us, we are very fortunate. We are getting an opportunity to stay together. I have to see it as blessing. This is the Navratri time. We must make a practice in the house to, if we are not chanting ourselves, we must listen to some good chantings. We can listen to Bhanu Didi's Devi Kavacham, then Vishnu Sahasranam, Lalita Sahasranam. In the evenings, we can play Rudram in the house, which is very, very good. It just changes the vibrations of the house. It will take away all the negative emotions and feelings from people, so it doesn't collectively affect the house so much. So these are a few things that we could do just to stay together.
In fact, while you mentioned this, I was just remembering that I started cooking smoothies, making smoothies for everybody in the morning. I was watching these videos of this girl called Subha Jain on YouTube, and she has some fabulous videos on how to make smoothies and stuff like that. So I watched them and I make some nice smoothies for all the family members. So on this note, there's one more question, and
maybe you could post the pictures of your family members tasting those smoothies.
I
would like
just
to see their
focused on the
reaction.
action. Just focused on the action, not on the result. Okay, so one more question.
I also cooked a Himachali dish today. It's called Siddu. In all the mountain areas, this is like the most favorite food. And I've recorded a short video also. Maybe I'll upload the clip tomorrow. So you can try that recipe, cook it, and you can serve everyone at home.
Surely. So related to food, there's one more question that we have is how to take care of this junk food craving that I'm having these days, and how to really deal with it, because people are sending videos of pav bhajis and dosas and chole bhatures, and when will we see them again? And and
Yes.
people are really craving for it.
So a lot of people
how
are
to do
sending.
that?
A lot of people are sending me videos of recipes of very nice food, and I'm also getting a lot of videos of workouts and body weight training and some aerobics and Zumba. So make use of all the videos that are coming to you. Don't be very selective and choosy. Just don't pick up on the recipes and food stuff. There are a lot of other videos also coming your way. So balance both. And have a nice 21-day stay at home. As Gurudev said today after the meditation, he said we should reduce the amount of food we are eating because we are sitting at home and we are not doing much. So 1/4 of food we should remove from our diet. So we have to eat 1/4 less than we would normally eat. So I remember him saying that this is the size of our stomach. You divide it into 4 parts. This little part is for food. And now from that little part, we have to remove 1/4, and that is the amount of food we have to eat. And spend the rest of the day exercising, doing yoga and meditation.
In fact, there's a technical question, Didi, that I was diagnosed with enlarged prostate grade cancer, enlarged prostate grade 1, and I took medicine as advised by doctor. I'm feeling better now, but can I do Padma Sadhana and yoga asanas?
We could wait a week or two. Anything it will be an answer if you don't do anything.
Voice,
So I would suggest
your
that you
voice
wait
is
a week or
breaking.
two. I would suggest that you wait a week or two before you start doing any kind of exercise or asanas. You can begin with a more gentler practice where you are not bending forward, you are not doing any rotations. So probably you could do more on your back and also some standing exercises, but don't do anything that involves a lot of forward bending or pressing of the abdominal area. So take it easy.
Yes, yes, yes. So last two questions, Didi, before we wrap up. One is that everything happens according to the will of God. This means everything is pre-planned and predestined, right? So why is this thing happening? Yeah.
Yeah, Gurudev always says that life is a good combination of both, destiny and free will. तो कुछ तो पुरुषार्थ रहता है और कुछ ऑलरेडी डिजाइन है. तो उसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि सब कुछ हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, ऐसा भी नहीं है. Every action has a reaction. So where we are today has to be a sum total of something that has happened or that has been done. And we can't explain it in very simple language because it's बोलते हैं ना कर्म की गति बहुत गहरी है. So it's very deep. The science is way deeper than what we can simply put in words. But definitely, in every situation, in every circumstance, there is a certain amount of free will that the divine, the God, or whoever or whatever you want to call has given us, that is with us, and we can choose to exercise it the way we want. वो बोलते हैं ना कि हम रस्सी से खूंटे के साथ आते हैं, तो उस खूंटे के साथ बंधी है, वो उसका डेस्टिनी है, वो जा नहीं सकती है because she's tied to a certain with a rope. But now the length of the rope creates a circle around that. Within that circle, what she does, free will. So हमारे पास कुछ free will है जो हमें उस
Your voice is
हम उस कार्य के लेके अपने जीवन कैसे व्यतीत करते हैं, बिताते हैं, हंस के बिताते हैं, कोट के बिताते हैं या किसी की मदद करके बिताते हैं, वो चॉइस हमारे पास है. So that's much.
I'll just give a summary of what Didi answered because Didi's voice was breaking. Didi said that something in life is predestined and something is a will of our own action. Gurudev says that see past as a destiny and future as a free will. So she gave this example of how when an animal is tied with a rope, there is a certain extent to which the rope can go. However, within that circle of where the animal is tied, that animal has the freedom of doing whatever and going wherever. So it is a combination of both destiny and free will. Am I right, Didi?
Yes. So in any situation, we have always a choice that we can make. We can choose to be happy, We can choose to be sad. We can choose to blame. We can choose to take responsibility. We can choose to repent. We can choose to be creative and find ways of better living. So that choice is always there with us in any given situation or any given circumstance. So in a big circle of destiny, there is a little bit free will that we have that we can exercise, the choice that we can exercise. So the ability to make right choices comes from our connection with ourselves. How much have we connected to ourselves? And that happens through meditations, through yoga abhyas, contemplations, being in company of right people, staying
Right.
away from not that right people.
Right, 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 right. So, one last question related to this only. That what about marriages? That are marriages predestined also? I am confused. There is a girl called Akanksha who's asked this question. I am confused. Are marriages predestined also? If yes, then why do some of them break?
If marriages are predestined and if they are breaking, then that is the free will part aspect that we are exercising in the marriage. The
Right,
free will
right,
aspect
right.
is making it break, okay? Earlier, marriages were destined, and then people lived with them thinking and believing that this is destiny. So people stayed throughout like our grandparents and all, they would stay in marriage no matter how difficult it was because they believed it was their destiny. But today we see it as combination of both. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
Right, right. Any tips you want to share with everybody so that they can,
Have a good
just
married life.
right.
Spend a lot of time away from each other.
Then the current scenario is dangerous, that means, huh?
No, no, no. I'm just joking. See, for me, because me and Akash, when we married, both of us had our focus was Gurudev and his work. For both of us, we had already decided what we wanted to do and where we wanted to be in life. And fortunately for us, our goal was the same. So we were two people walking towards the same goal. So for me, Akash was my goal, and for him, I was not his goal. So we are able to still walk together on this path happily. And we have been so away from each other in these 20 years of marriage. We've spent equal time, away from each other and together. Say 6 months in a year, we are together, and another 6 months in a year, we are not there. So for us, we've been very fortunate because when we get back together, we have a lot of stories to share because the life that we have chosen, the path that we have taken, where we are spending so much time with different people and people from different cultures and taking care of so many people. When you're taking care of so many people, your focus is not yourself. So then when we
Right.
get together, we don't have to talk about our own self. We have so many other people to talk about. So it's interesting that way. Our marriage feels nice and fresh and new. Today, Akash is in Argentina and he's been actually locked down already for 6 days.
Right.
So we are. So when we don't make each other our focus and we have a very clear goal in life, and we walk as companions together on a path, then things are easier. Things are more simpler. Things get complicated when you're too much thinking about either yourself or the other person.
Right, 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 right. So, before we wrap up, Didi, somebody is asking that I want to make it a habit to rise up early in the morning. How do I do it? I am not able to do that. This is a question from Vibha Malini. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to do it couple of times and then you'll get used to it. I'm also not a morning person. See, and then we don't have to judge ourselves. We are not in Satyuga, Everyone is not supposed to be waking up at 3 a.m. and doing their sadhana at 4 a.m. There are
I think
different body types.
early in the morning is what they mean as 7 a.m. here.
Oh,
Not
oh,
really that early. It's
oh, oh, okay. So that early? So for that, you will need to sleep early. So make sure that you have dinner early. This is important, and this is actually true. I have seen it. If we eat early, we have an early dinner, say like 6 or 6:30 maximum. You will definitely want to sleep early, and if you sleep early, you will be waking up early. Now, for me, how it works? See, I'm not an early person myself. My body type is such that in the morning I feel usually very grumpy. But because I'm a yoga teacher and so, so well known for yoga, I want to practice in the morning. So it does get challenging for me. So I have to always have an alarm in place, and I force myself out of bed every day for a couple of days, and then it becomes very easy for me. But then, yeah, sleeping early is the key. My early is quite early than 7.
So that's why I wanted to clarify to everybody.
Abhi, I don't think it will be much of a problem nowadays when you have whole of your family staying home. 7 बजे तक तो बहुत शोर हो जाएगा घर जगह भी नहीं सकते
Correct.
नवरात्रि की घंटी बजा के
So a lot of people are requesting Didi to have your yoga sessions during these 21 days of lockdown. So when can you grace our screen?
I wanted to do actually I wanted to start a live yoga session for 21 days, but there are a couple of things. I'm lockdown is a period where the internet is little busy, so I can't promise anything because I'm not sure whether it will work. So then maybe I'll record a few sessions and try and upload them every day if I'm not able to go live. That I'm going to do starting tomorrow. And then I came to Himachal for just 4 days with a very I don't have my yoga mats, my anything. So I'm just figuring out now. I'm locked down in the village. You'll have some yoga videos in my Pahari attire on with some warm clothes because I'm in a very cold place. Let's see how it works. But I will do something. कुछ तो करेंगे.
बिल्कुल दीदी.
आप भी योगा करेंगे मेरे साथ संदीप. आप भी करेंगे मेरे साथ योगा संदीप.
100%. I'll send videos in the replies in comment section of your videos.
Okay. Okay, looking forward to it. So nice. We can see so many people here. Oh, how nice is it? Do we have to? Oh, Divyaji is writing. Akashi is teaching moong pancakes live on Instagram.
Wow.